Hello, welcome to How to Create a Page in LiveWhale. Before we begin, you might ask yourself a basic question. Do I need to create a new page, or would a LiveWhale news story or event be better? Pages are better for programmatic content of, shall we say, lasting importance, while news and events are better for calendar-related content of, shall we say, passing importance. For example, an upcoming speaker series should probably be in events, and that way it can also be accessed by everyone at Lewis and Clark through our shared master calendar, which is at lclark.edu/calendars/events. But if you do need to add a page, you should feel free to contact us at New Media for help, because it's a fairly complex process. And you can always email us at www.admin@lclark.edu. Okay, so let's walk through the main steps in the process. Let's say, for example, that I want to have a new page of international resources on my New Media site here. How would I do it? Well, first, I'd want to log into the LiveWhale Control Center, right? I've already logged in, so I just click on Manage Content, but you could also go directly to lclark.edu/LiveWhale and click on Pages. See the page browser here, and you're going to see these an index file and then these folders, right? So you can see that each thing that we call a page at Lewis and Clark has two components: a subdirectory folder, right? And the words subdirectory, folder, directory, they all mean the same thing. Okay, so you have a folder, and within that folder, an index file, right? Every page at Lewis and Clark is built using these two components. So to make a new page, I would first navigate to where I want it. It would be in the resources section, in New Media Resources. I would not click what might seem logical, add a new page here. No, instead I would start by clicking create a new subdirectory here, right? Add a new folder. Okay. So I click that, and it takes me to the Add Directory page, right? And you see here it's going to go into this URL that I'm creating. Root here, that's another word for lclark.edu, right? So the name of my folder will complete this URL, New Media Resources, and then what? So let's talk a little about folder names. When you're naming a folder, right, it's going to be kind of analogous to a page title, except shorter, short and sweet, right? It's going to be descriptive of the content. You got to keep in mind that directory names, the URL, is one of the key ways that search engines like Google find and identify your pages. So you want to be descriptive and helpful with your naming, and you want to use human words that people use for searches, not weird abbreviations or chopped up or jammed up words, right? Those are worthless to search engines. Okay, and what else? Folder names should have no capital letters, just all lowercase. It should only be one word, or you can have a series of words connected with underscores. All right, so no spaces, but you can use underscores in lieu of spaces. So I have this directory I want to create about international resources. So I could call it International Resources. That seems like a sensible title, but right, it's in resources already. It's redundant, repetitive, right? We should avoid repetition and make things as short as we can for everyone. And so I'm just going to use international. All right, and so save and return to pages. All right. My directory has its name. I hit save, and we're nearly done. Okay, now, the final step. I click on the directory to open it, and you see what? It's empty. Now what do? I need to add that index file we talked about before. So I press add a new page here. It takes us to the create a new page screen. Okay, so enter a title for this page, it says. This is index. That's all that we're going to title it. Index. Right? Why do we do that? That way we can just tell people the first part of the URL. New media resources international. We don't have to say index.php. The browser understands that when you just stop at international. So that way we get to have, again, just human words. We don't have any of the computery, engineering, .php, whatevers, right? So it's going to also ask me for template. Almost any page is a generic inside page. I choose that template. These other things are for just special kinds of pages. We don't have to do it at all. So I click save these changes. And so now I have created my page, which is the international subdirectory, and inside it the sort of skeleton index.php. So now I click on view page, and I am ready to dive into editing, which if you need help with that is a different screencast. All right, thanks for listening.